everybody. My name is Nightfire Ox. Welcome back. If this is your first time here, then welcome. We have... let me fix my... there we go. That's better. Okay, we have a new follower of Dooley888. Welcome. So before we begin, I do have a little bit of an update. You may have noticed that I was gone this weekend. Sorry about that. Part of it was due to just health problems overall. I've spoke about it earlier this week too, that I've been having really bad flare-ups recently. I have mentioned in the past that I am disabled. So that's part of it. The other part of it is my little sister who lives in Illinois. We live in different states. She came to visit me over the weekend. And instead of streaming, I decided to spend time with her because I don't get to see her a whole lot. So that was the other decision that was made. So rest assured, I'm not going anywhere. I am here. We have Tower of God tonight, and then maybe some Tower of God after this, the reread, so I can get kind of caught up. I'm not entirely sure yet. I'll probably decide at the end whether or not, but we may just end up being like a week behind. There's really no set schedule for these. It doesn't have to be. I typically do it, but it may just end up being a week behind, just so that way I don't feel like too pressured or rushed to do stuff, and so on and so forth. Now, the next thing that I said that I would contemplate, I would figure out exactly what it was that I wanted to do when it came to the streams, and I have decided, because of my health the way it is right now, it's been increasingly difficult to stream 6 times a week. So the plan is to drop a day after we finish rereading Tower of God. That's how it stands right now. That way, I'm only streaming 5 days a week. I have 2 days off. I think what will end up happening is that if we're still doing solo leveling, and we're not completely caught up, then solo leveling will be moved to Mondays, and then something will probably, let's see, Eleceed will probably be on Tuesdays, and then Wednesdays will be Omniscient Reader, and then Thursday and Friday maybe, hold on, Omniscient Reader on Wednesday, and then we'll do I'm trying to think here. Okay, yeah. Then we'll do Kubera on Thursday. So we'll do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then Friday and Saturday there won't be a stream. And then Sunday we'll come back with the Tower God chapter reaction. I'm not sure. I know we're getting really close to being like at the end of solo leveling. I'm not sure how many more chapters we have left until we're caught up. But once we get caught up, it'll go kind of like what we are doing with Omniscient Reader and Tower God, where the day that it releases will be the day that I read. I'm not sure what day that is. For some reason, I want to say it's Tuesday, so we may switch around the schedule again then. But other than that, that's probably what's going to happen. The other thing is, because these chapters have gotten increasingly longer, and some of you, especially over on the YouTube side of things, have expressed interest in more like shorter streams, what I may end up doing is, depending on the people who are in the chat and the amount of, people who want to chat, because this is listed under just chatting and talk about the webtoon or read along with me. That'll depend on how long we go for the night. So if we have people in the chat who are communicating and having fun, then we may go longer. But if not, then I may read a few chapters a night and then call it a night. So that way everybody kind of gets a little bit, for me, I get, this will exclude, by the way, the new chapter reactions and discussions, because it's only one chapter. But that way, I am not sitting at the desk for over 2 hours at the most, and it won't kill my back because I have a lot of spinal issues. And you guys get shorter video times, so that way you're a little bit happier on that front. And excuse me. What else? I'm trying to think. And also, we get some interactions. Some streams will still probably go up to 2 hours like they do. Other streams won't. It just depends. So that way, it's a little bit easier for everybody. But I think that's what we're going on now. I hope that there's a little bit of understanding. I know it's not ideal. It's not ideal for me either. But like I said before, my health is always going to come first, because I do this for fun. This is a hobby. I don't make any money off of this. So I have to think about my actual job and my family first, and then hobbies. Fun comes second, right? So that's just kind of how it is. Anyway, enough of that. This week we do have I think I've decided. I don't think we're going to do another stream out of this. We're just going to be a week behind. So tomorrow we're going to do the reread of Tower of God. Tuesday we got Soul Leveling. Wednesday Omniscient Reader. Nothing on Thursday. Friday Eleceed. Saturday Kubera. Sunday more Tower of God reactions. I know it sucks for the people who come in for Kubera, Eleceed, and the rereads of Tower of God even. That there's a week missing. However, health comes first. So I'm sorry. I promise that I will be reading them. There will be more to come. There's always going to be more to come. And let's get started, shall we? Let's get the music going again. Let's get back in the mood here. What should we do? It's kind of quiet. Is that just me? Okay, I turned the speaker up a little bit. It was just super quiet. That's new for me. Anyway, normally it's the mic that's quiet and the speakers that are loud, but it's the opposite today. Well, at least I think. Anyway, let's get back in that zone. We're with Tower of God. We've got Raptor and Prince. The stuff is out. You can see it right here. And reliving this memory is not going to be good. When, it was first shown that they died, I was, a mess. I think I literally cried. I was just so distraught that it even happened. I'm kind of an emotional person, though. Anyway, let's get into it. Raptor and Prince, was it? Those friends of yours from the Hell Train? Remember how they disappeared all of a sudden? You seem to think they're still climbing the tower with your other friends, but they're actually with me. By the way, the paneling and stuff again, or rather, in my belly, to be more precise. What? Oh my god! What happens if he does end up killing White here, and then absorbs the souls that White had, and he has Prince and Raptor with him? That would be something. Oh, sorry. I was just so hungry. I didn't want to devour them. They really weren't appetizing souls at all. I'm gonna move my mic over here. Okay. But as disgusting and dirty as they were, what are you talking about? I wasn't in a position to be picky about my food, so I ate them. This is horrible. And the way that this is sketched right here, oh man, it is menacing. Like, you get the lines over the eyes even. It's made to look like if this was Bomb's point of view, right? This would be what he would be seeing right now. Like a monster, basically. Both of them. And then we got the Bomb's eye. So this is kind of like what he said at the end of last chapter. And then we had the eye, I think. Oh, and yesterday, since I woke up, I wanted to speak with... I wanted to see how things were going, so I called Wangnan's team. I had to tell him about Yiwa, too. And you seem so worried, Mom. Wangnan said that he and his team are climbing the tower just fine, so don't worry. Akraptor and the others are all doing well. You don't have to worry about them. You liar! They said they're all doing just fine. Hey, what are you doing? It's her role in this has reversed, like, it's done a complete 180. Even if she's still like just wanting to keep him safe, and knows that he'll get killed. But if you think about it, like, what she's doing is just complete betrayal altogether, because the whole point is to kill this dude, and she's keeping him from being killed right now. And oh, this was her, by the way. Hey, what are you doing? Liar. You're the one deceiving yourself to lessen your guilt. Those two died because they followed you up the tower, didn't they? I will now begin the jump. If you want to find out the truth or get revenge on me, wait for me when you get to the other side. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Okay, not even just a 10 minutes thing, but this right here. If you want to find out the truth or get revenge on me, wait for me when you get to the other side. If Bomb waits, and you know, like, this is some great bait right now. Okay, I'm conflicted. I'm super fucking conflicted, okay? Because I want him to wait, but I don't. I do not want him to take the bait because it'll only be playing into White's hands. I said this last time too. However, if he does wait, if you want to find out the truth or get revenge on me, White didn't just eat those two because he wanted to. I mean, yes and no. Rachel instructed him to. Rachel took them. Out of everybody on the Hell Train, she specifically took people from Bomb's team and gave them to White. Because she thought that she needed their souls or whatever to get in to the thing, right? To the floor of death. And they died because of it. So I wonder by truth if he means that he is going to tell, if he's going to tell. My cat is meowing and I don't know why. Okay. I'm wondering if this truth is about Rachel. And what is that going to do to Bomb? We already know that Bomb at the end was like, if you ever do anything to hurt my friends again, I'll kill you, basically. And he didn't know about Akraptor or Prince. That was in regards to Coon. So if he finds out that Rachel really did, indirectly kill Prince and Akraptor, what is going to be his mindset? Will he start actively looking for Rachel after this is over? I think that may be the turning point, because we know Rachel's gonna come back at some point, right? And people were wondering how is that going to happen? How is he going to want to go look for Rachel again if he said that, if he's basically put her off and disowned her or whatever, you know? Whatever it was that he felt before, why would he go search for her again? And I think this may be the tilting point that makes him go look for Rachel again. But it won't be out of wanting to see her again, wanting her affection, essentially, like a child would want affection from their mother. It'll be more of a I'm coming to fucking kill you type thing. And I think that's going to be the tilting point. And White may get what he wants. White may get the corruption he's looking for. However, Bomb may justify it in saying that she deserves it because of what she did. But by the time Bomb finds Rachel again, Rachel will have had those 3 wishes granted to her. She may be more powerful, or just as powerful as Bomb. That may be a thing. We don't know what is within the Gustang's realm of possibilities for her. All we know is that he said, I'll grant you 3 wishes. She may not even look like the same person we knew, right? Because there's a lot of speculation, right? Throughout the entire year break of what Rachel's 3 wishes would be. And a lot of people said one of them would be beauty. One of them, and we know that cosmetic changes in the tower are possible. One of them would most likely be power. She would want a major power up. And then, the third one is always like iffy. Maybe strong teammates. We don't know. But power and beauty is definitely 2 of the things she's probably going to ask for. So, I think that when Bomb meets Rachel again, Rachel is going to be different from how we've known her thus far. She is going to maybe be more of a level opponent for Bomb and the gang, right? Because another thing people have been saying is, what happens, or, you know, if they just keep versing rankers and high rankers and stuff, then the regulars can't really do anything about it. But if they're versing Rachel and her team, right, then that's more on a level playing field. So that may be where the stories kind of shift. Of course, this is all speculation, but who knows? Okay, anyway. Let's continue reading, shall we? Wing. I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't lie to me! Tell me right now! No! Don't go! He's trying to provoke you! I'm not going to wait! If you really did devour those 2. Wing, wing! Wing! I'll kill you right now! Look at Bomb's face! Have we ever seen Bomb make a face like that before? Bomb's face is typically either one of depressed, like, of depression or sadness or loneliness would be the best way to describe it, or expressionless. We've seen him be happy, and we know what his happy face looks like. I don't think we've ever seen Bomb, like, really just all-out angry. We've seen him look more like dutiful, I guess is the way to put it. Like, be mad at this person because you're being told to be mad at them. But this face is the face of pure rage right here. Wing, wing. I'll kill you. Damn. It's kind of funny how they did this too, because his hair stops and her hair begins. It kind of makes him look like more like Jew Violet Grace rather than how we know Bomb is. What's that? An orb? What does he mean, orb, Rumble? Boom! Who said that? What's that, an orb? That's gotta be him, right? Wait, is this not the jumping pad then? What is this right here? Boom! Shudder. Tower of God, 52nd floor, a dark twist. Holy crap, what a way to start it. Karaka and Doolan's in. We haven't seen these two in a while. And I see Doolan and I know exactly who it's talking about, but I always forget her name after that. And I'm like, Doolan, oh yeah. I don't see any here. How about over there? Whoosh. Same here. I can't sense even the faintest trace of a mouse around here. Did they really let some mice loose in the cat tower? They must be all over the place. I bet some people managed to catch them without much trouble. Could it be that we're both extremely unlucky? I'm pretty unlucky. How about you? Why is this girl so cheerful? This area is clear. Swoosh. Then I guess that settles it. It's not that there aren't any mice. We're just unlucky. I didn't think a slayer would have a very happy past. But how did you end up hating jihad? Why do you want to know all of a sudden? Well, until I was sealed in the wall, I kept thinking about it. I wonder why I ended up hating jihad so much. Shh. I'm sure there must have been a reason. But was it really worth devoting my entire life to hating him? Once the battle is over, most people don't hold a self-destructive grudge against someone. I guess they value themselves more than some grudge, but it makes sense. And I realized that I felt like such a fool for letting my hatred consume myself, and for trying to spread that flame of hatred to others. But then again, seeing what happened to Luch made me want to get revenge again. It's so annoying. That's why I was wondering about you. You hate jihad so much that you became a slayer. What made you decide to live such a silly life? I've never thought about why. Hating jihad has been a natural part of my life ever since I was born. It's like a destiny I was born with. I'm not interested in hearing about what anyone else thinks about it. It's not something I can stop, even if it is silly. We've seen that destiny thing come back. That's a major theme here in Tower of God. That it's already predetermined what their destinies will be. And most people in the tower seem to think that. Since you were born, huh? That sounds a lot like Cha. I guess it's your fate. Maybe it's beyond all of our control. Nothing here either? I suppose it would be pretty hard to artificially create a hatred so strong that it consumes yourself. Unless it were some kind of cosmic prank. Float, float. Oh no. There is such a thing as artificially created hatred. I know someone who entered the tower completely unaware, who learned what it means to hate at the expense of his teammates, who was forced into hating jihad by fate, became a slayer candidate as a result. I love that Karaka is acknowledging the fact that Fug artificially instilled that hatred into Bomb, and it was only solidified for Bomb after meeting Jihad. Bomb didn't really hate Jihad or want anything to do with it until after meeting Jihad. And I think what Fug told him about Jihad only solidified what he was already told to feel. So that, I think, is going to be an interesting dynamic going forward. Can Bomb pull away from that artificial hatred, or will it consume him? Is that even possible? It is. Sometimes overly sensitive people end up bending to fate, even if it's an artificial one. That's so sad. It seems so unfair to be forced to hate someone when it isn't even your destiny. This is an interesting line right here, when it isn't even your destiny. Think about it. People have been telling Bomb since he learned about Fug that it is his destiny to kill Jihad. But what if that is truly just an artificial destiny that they have given him, and it has nothing to do with Bomb's actual destiny? Or we can go over to what Rachel says and say that it's not destiny at all, and there is no such thing as fate, that the road is ever bending and changing. You think so? I guess you're right. The
something I'm starting to understand. Why my master pities the Slayer candidate, and the hatred that drove him to become a Slayer candidate. Because the master himself was the one who created that hatred.
That's a very interesting thing for Karaka to say. Karaka is both understanding and acknowledging that Bomb was put into this position by his master and by the people of Fug, which is a far cry away from beginning of season 2, where Karaka did not think such ways and just thought of Bomb more as a nuisance to the plan. He never really considered Bomb's feelings or what Bomb wanted, only what he wanted, and I think he's more understanding that that may have been more of a selfish thing, a selfish desire.
And yet, the Slayer candidate is on his way. Save the very person who planted that misfortune in him.
I'm not entirely sure what they're trying to say with that. Also, this panel, just the pure white with Bomb in it, that I like that. But it's difficult because you can say it's brainwashing, but at the same time, Bomb seems to really care about the people in his life, whether they came in as a good force or a bad force. He's like an equally loving person until you do something that's just so fucked up that you can't get past it. A little bit like what we saw with White. Shh.
This place is massive, huh? Look! I see one! A mouse! Huh? Oh, ta-ta-ta-ta-ta. Hey! Where do you think you're going? Dash! It went in the tunnel! What a pain in the neck. Shh. What now? Should we go after it? I don't really want to go in there. You, go inside. What? Are you pushing me in there? I'm not pushing you, I'm ordering you. I'm a Slayer and you're nothing. You're pretty young to be ordering me around. Squeak, squeak. There's 2 now. Huh? There are 2 of them. Damn it. We have to go after them. Swoosh. We've got them trapped now. Close the door. Grrr. Fill it with acid.
They fell for that trap rather quickly, didn't they? Ah.
Whoosh. Whoosh. Look. Acid. Shh. Watch out. That was easy.
I wonder who this guy is. What's his name?
It's a good thing I caught that mouse and put it in there. I don't care about going out onto the field anyway. All I have to do is get rid of the people in this cat tower who are trying to get out onto the field. Those stupid greedy fools, chasing only after what is right in front of them. Shh. Smash! Damn. Whoosh. Bumble. Bumble. Wing, wing. Whoosh. Yeah, I kind of thought that was a pretty stupid thing to think you could trap the Slayer in that thing. Where was I just now? It feels like I keep letting other people into my territory lately. Hey, what happened just now? There's no time to explain, let's go. Whoosh. I want to know later. Shh. Stop them. Swoosh. Kish. Bang. Clang. Pan. Pow. Pow. Wham. Whack. Grrr. Using your own troops as shields. Did you have those troops already stationed in the cat tower? Isn't it cheating to use your troops like that? Cheating? That's rather harsh. This is a completely fair move allowed by the administrator. Whoosh. All units attack. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. There are so many. Shh! Stop right there! Shh! Are you just going to abandon your troops and run away? Shh! Look at her. I think people forget a lot that Doolan is pretty powerful in her own right. We haven't seen her in a while, so it's easy to forget that, but she's powerful and much older than Karaka. Float, float. Crap. He got away. Shh. Shh. Wish. Look at this army. They just keep appearing. We'll lose them if we try to fight them all. The human wave strategy, huh? No problem. I know just what to do. What? Inside Karaka's world of darkness. Boom! Pow! Bang! Clasp. I don't really like doing this, but I'll have you know, I've dealt with the human wave strategy before. Before coming here, I gathered my troops that were scattered all over the place. Rumble, thud, rumble. Ooh. Dash, dash, roar, wish. Oh, holy crap. Where did you get all those guys? Wish. Have you forgotten? I'm a slayer. I have a lot more minions than you think. People simply don't know that because they're shrouded in darkness. This is also an extremely cool panel right here. We haven't really got like a really nice Karaka panel in a while. Swing! Swoosh! Oh, we're back with, what was her name again? Ari? Or Aria? Something like that. I think it was Ari. I know it started with an A. Maybe it was Aria. It may have been Aria. And Bomb. Ding! Participants Bomb and... Yeah, Aria. Participants Bomb and Aria have completed their jump. Hey, are you okay? Come on. We have to go. We need to get to the finish line before White reaches us. Are you listening? Ah! Fuck. I feel this. There are people who, okay, when we see Bomb cry like right now, it isn't because, well, it is and it isn't. It isn't because he's hurt. But there are some people who, when they're so angry, they cry, and I think this is part of it. I think it's a mixture of anger and sadness. He just found out that two people he loved and cared about died, so that's making him sad. But on top of it, he's fucking furious. Oh my god. Guys, I don't know if I can do this. I can't scream harder because I have neighbors, so I'm going to kill him. That bastard. You just barely managed to get away. What are you talking about? We have to go right now. I can't go. Until I beat him. I'm not going anywhere. God, this is a look, man. This is a look. He is both bloodied and pissed. Beat him? That monster? The two of us spent the last 10 minutes just trying to get away from him, let alone fight him. I'm sure you have your reasons for wanting to fight him, but it's not worth getting yourself killed. I can't go. I can't just leave like this. The jumping pad has been reactivated. You can jump in 10 minutes. Wing, 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 wing. 10 minutes, huh? I've lived a very long time. Wing. But this moment might just be the longest 10 minutes of my life. I hope you're getting nice and red for me. White! I'll never forgive you! What the fuck? What is this? What is this? What the fuck is this? Crack, crack, I know this has got to be some kind of expression for Bomb's power, but what the fuck does it what does it mean? What does it mean? I'm not entirely sure. But oh my god, to be continued. Holy shit! Okay, let's take a moment to calm down. That was a chapter. I've been saying it for a while that what we've been watching so far has only been a lead up to the climax, and I think we're about ready to get to the climax of this arc here soon. I would say maybe within the next I don't know, 5-10 chapters will be at the climax of it. I think once the fight starts with White and Bomb is when we'll probably be at the climax of the arc. Oh my god. Make sure you like the chapters. And I'm going to take a brief break to pull up the Reddit and get things prepared, and I will be right back. We're back. We're going to start with the comments here on Webtoon, and then we're going to switch over to Reddit. I totally forgot within the past few times I've been streaming to switch the comment section from newest to top to avoid spoilers. It's really hard with Tower of God to really do any spoilers because there's, aside from the illegal sites and stuff that are ahead, there's really nothing else you can go to view Tower of God. There's like no novel or anything like that, but still we're gonna start viewing just top comments from now on because it filters out any spoiler stuff. Well, at least that's the hope. Anyway, the longest 10 minutes of my life. That's the sound of people who are waiting for Webtoon to update. Damn, Karaka actually seems sympathetic to Bomb. I think that's a good thing, honestly, that Karaka is seeming more sympathetic to Bomb, because I think it'll just be good character development for him. The fact that even Bomb and Karaka are working together this season is a major character development for Karaka, compared to season 2, where he was just willing to melt him down into a weapon and use it for himself. Oh, that scream. I just felt it in my bones. I could not even portray that scream. I wanted to do, it was more like what I would imagine a blood-curdling scream would be like, super loud and like in the back of your throat, and I can't do that because I live in an apartment and I've got neighbors and it's 9:31 at night, so I couldn't do that. But yes, I didn't even really want to do it because I saw the lettering and how it was, and it reminds me about the same lettering you would get in a horror genre style manhwa or manga. That's how it's written. For some reason, and I don't know why, but I never thought Bomb would feel such hatred towards someone. I hope Bomb doesn't get corrupted by his hatred. Wow, he must be in so much pain. At least Arya is there, though. Yeah, I hope that Arya stays on their side. I'm not gonna lie, that she kind of just switches over, especially if Bomb's able to help her out. But I said the same thing, and I'm glad that someone else made that observation, too. That Bomb, the look he gives was pure hatred. And I do not think nowhere in this webtoon, I'm rereading it, and up until this point I haven't analyzed that, but nowhere yet, even when Rachel tried to kill Kun, he was pissed, but it wasn't like he was pissed and hurt rather than just pure hatred towards someone. I think White is the first person that just brings out an emotion out of him. And you know what? Whether it is scary or not, I think it's a good thing for Bomb, because Bomb has been a very much like picking and choosing sides kind of person, kind of character this whole time. And don't get me wrong, I love Bomb, but I think as the story continues, we're going to see more of a change in him, where it becomes less benevolent, like people like to revere him as, benevolent, and more human. And that's what I want to see. I want to see a more human Bomb. And I want to see him expressing more of a variety of emotions rather than the ones we've seen, which is, we've seen him just pure happiness, like a naive little child. We've seen him depressed. We've seen him lonely. But we haven't seen him, like, just the other emotions that make someone human. Hatred. We've seen him be angry, but it really wasn't directed in a specific place. Or if it was put there artificially, like what they said in the chapter. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to a Bomb who is more human. And I think what people aren't prepared for is that the more human Bomb becomes, the more likely he is to continue down this road that people would see as like evil or bad. And I think the most important thing going forward that we're going to have to understand is that being human doesn't make you evil. Like, it's very black and white thinking to think like that. "10 minutes for White is a week for us." Yes, crying face. "My only worry is that we might not get an actual continuation on this until 2, 3, or even 4 weeks from now. There's so many different things happening at the same time. We could probably go 2 months without getting the resolution, and that anticipation will drive me up the wall." I agree with that. It will drive me up a wall too, but I think in a good way, because like I said, I think the fight we get between Bomb and White is going to be the climax of the story. And then after that fight, it's going to start going down into the resolution. That being that Bomb rescues his master, stuff like that. That's kind of what I see happening. So we shall see. We shall see. "The line in the sand, it's cracking. And Wangnan, bleh. I know that you meant good, but lying is just fuel to Berserker Bomb. Remember to like the chapter, guys. I've liked it already, but I do agree. I think what Wangnan did has come back to bite him. He didn't want Bomb knowing because he was afraid of the situation, but by Bomb not knowing, it just fueled the situation. Ooh, the white line from the hidden flora arc that holds Bomb's true power. Looks like it's about to burst. Wait. That's what that is? The white line from the hidden flora arc that holds Bomb's true power. Looks like it's about to burst. Not sure if hatred is the best emotion to trigger such growth, though. Poor Bomb, he really has been through hell. He really has. If you think about it, even from the beginning of the series, he's really been put through the ringer. He's had good moments that have happened to him, but for the most part, it hasn't been like when you think, if you would compare Kun with Bomb, right? Kun is a lot more suited to this kind of style. That may be because he's from the 10 great families. But it's almost like exciting to him when things like that start to happen. Whereas for Bomb, it's kind of like going through hell over and over again. Oh no, White will tell Bomb everything. They caught this too. So he'll kill Rachel too, right? Right? Bomb, you'll kill Rachel too, right? That is the question. If he finds out that Rachel was behind White killing Prince and Ackrafter, where does that put Bomb and Rachel? Will he, and that's what I was saying, will he start actively searching for her? Can't wait for the whole Karaka and Wangnan mystery to be revealed. Karaka is getting really interesting in the last chapters. I agree, and I do want to know what that mystery is too. I truly believe that Bomb is going to consume White. The exact same thing that White is trying to do to Bomb. This would put his power more in par at base with the big league fighters that are currently in the story. In doing so, this would also purify White's soul. This is my theory. If this statement would have been made a few weeks ago, I would have said it was ludicrous. Like, the whole Bomb eating White thing. Like, I thought that theory was ludicrous. But as it's getting closer and closer, I think that it may be more plausible now. And by absorbing White, he will also absorb Akraptor and Prince's soul, which may give him some peace. I don't know, though. If Kun knew and lied to him, I wonder if Bomb could forgive him. But for now, I'll trust that he has the common sense to know that nothing good will come of hiding his friend's death from him. I'm pretty sure Kun knew. Or, yeah, I'm trying to remember if Wangnan told Kun more specifically, but I'm pretty sure even if he didn't, he knew that something was up with Wangnan, and because Kun's pretty smart, let's put it like that. As far as Bomb forgiving Kun, I think he would. I 100% think that even if Bomb would be pissed off with Kun and maybe take a break from the group for a while, he would still, you know, eventually forgive Kun. The other thing I think would be really interesting is if Bomb broke off from Kun for a while, Kun and Rock, and went with more Shibisu's group for a while, and then we just had an arc where he's just fighting with Shibisu's group or climbing with them instead of Kun. I think that would be really interesting and a new dynamic that we haven't really got to see. Bomb, he attacked, but most importantly, White had his friends as a snap. That's a clever way of saying that. Don't know why, but I surprisingly enjoyed the Doolan/Karaka byplay. Yeah, I did too, actually. I think that maybe Doolan will bring more, like, of that interesting character dynamic we want to see out of Karaka. So, yeah. Could that line be Bomb's power that he created in episode 301? When he was in the void, he drew a line and called it his power. I think so. That seems like what someone else was theorizing too. Okay, let's switch over here. My lord, Karaka is wildin' right now. Last week we couldn't go on Reddit because they had the old one up. They effed up. I love the Bomb and White stuff, but it was nice taking a small break. Doan's and Karaka's interactions this arc have been great. Karaka's reflection on Bomb and Jinsung's relationship was interesting. I had always thought of Jinsung as a positive figure in some way. I wonder how Jinsung feels about creating the hate within Bomb. I find that very interesting because we know that Jinsung created that hate, and Karaka confirms it. But I do not think that Jinsung enjoyed that at all. And I think that we get that confirmation early on because he allows Bomb to have a second team of his choosing. And he claims that it's for, like, more people, more hostages. But in reality, I think he wanted that for Bomb. And he tried to give limitations outside of Bomb. And Karaka kind of says that too. Like, now we understand why maybe he was so, like, light with him. And things like that. Speaking of Bomb's hate, the panels of him screaming were so raw and amazing. The title change to a dark twist along with Bomb's newfound deep hatred for White seems very ominous. It does. It does seem very ominous. That's kind of what I was saying, was I think what we're going to see is maybe an ominous twist, but I think overall we're going to see Bomb start becoming more and more human, which means he's experiencing more and more human emotions. And pure hatred and revenge is part of those emotions that most people feel at one point in their life. It may not be as severe, but it is something that people experience. So I guess Karaka and Doolan couldn't get those mice. Think, Bomb, think. You have limited time to save Hodge and Sung, and as White is obsessed with you, you will be able to deal with him later. Bomb is pretty stubborn. I do not see him going to save him until after White is dealt with. However, us seeing like that visual representation of his power building, we may be seeing a whole different fight. It would actually be super interesting to me if the fight only lasted an episode, and that is showing how much more powerful just that little slither of change caused for Bomb. I think that would be extremely, extremely exciting. Or if not one episode, then 2 episodes, you know? I'm confused by the last couple of panels of the beam drilling through Earth. Is that supposed to represent his new power / rage bubbling to the surface? I think it's the line he drew representing his power during the Hell Train. A lot of people are saying this, so I'm going to assume that that is the correct way of thinking. I think it's the start of his full potential awakening. We may not know the specifics, but just know the Bomb is most likely going through some change that is being caused by this trauma. Trauma is the word I would use. Because it is, I've mentioned this before, that Bomb has gone through trauma. And I think I think people like to downplay it because they don't want their characters to have trauma, but that is what it is. On the one hand, I hope so, but on the other hand, I'm not sure if I'm ready for him to be at the division commander level. Like, what's after that? Family head / Jihad? Nothing else in the tower would really be a challenge for him unless it turns out Inryu doesn't like him because he disrespects Arlene's memory or something in his resurrected state. I'm hoping it's probably going to be this. Short bursts of power. I do not think he's going to be able to access this at all. And, we saw how powerful Jihad was, and to think that him being able to devour White would give him the power to go up against the 10 family head is kind of ludicrous to me. I do not think that would be the case, because we've seen how the family heads are against the Slayers. And, I mean, even Yusracha, who isn't a family head, has completely, destroyed Yama from what we've seen so far. We don't know exactly what his fate is yet, but it didn't look good for him. That helps Bomb get out of the situation. This could serve to help Bomb survive while giving us a glimpse at his full potential. Yes, I agree. If that does happen, still hope White doesn't die. He has been given a great villain this arc. I agree. I saw a theory. I agree with that. It'll probably be something like White beats his ass and tries to absorb him, but his spell-breaking ability splits White apart and Quinn and his powers are transformed into Bomb. I do not think that will be the case. We've already seen White kick Bomb's ass, and I think there's going to be a difference between the Yusracha Yama fight versus the Bomb White fight. Whereas we saw Yusracha kick Yama's ass, Yama get back up, and then get his ass kicked again. I think it'll be the different in this one. We see White kick Bomb's ass, only for Bomb to come back and kick White's ass. That's what I think. I'm also slightly worried by how this could go. If Bomb does get a power up and beats White, then what's left? A little bit of training with Urek, and he's I'm not sure what FH level is supposed to mean. I know it's supposed to be like high ranking or whatever. I think SIU will handle this well, but we will see. I think we should let the creator, the author, dictate his story the way it goes, because I think there's going to be more to the story than what we're led to believe. There's going to be more. Karaka getting more likable every time we see him, White getting more sinister every time we see him. Hopefully Bomb whoops his ass in 10 minutes. That's kind of what I'm thinking is going to happen. Finally, we got a break from this White drama. Man, I just want this to end. I'm sick and tired of him. Seeing Karaka and Doolan really felt relaxing and brought back the mysteries regarding Karaka's past and his abilities. Hope he has more focus on the next chapters. I'd like their thoughts about Bomb and I guess the morality of the person he's trying to save, since he's the one that pretty much forced Bomb down the path he's on. I agree. Excuse me for not remembering, but did we learn whether Kun lied to Bomb about Wangnan and Akraptor, or is this new info? I can't remember either. I'm rereading it right now, so it'll eventually come back, but I don't know. Man, I would have let Bomb go. This man was about to obliterate White with whatever that black hole was. Cannot wait to see some insane power when they collide to end it. Interested in whatever the last pages were. Some form of power Bomb is creating. Karaka is a beast. He's not a Slayer candidate for no reason. His army is vast and his power mighty. Guess you could say the same for Bomb. Everyone he influences could come back to his aid. No one is just lovely to look at. Her contrast to Karaka was nice. Their interaction was good too. I did like it. I think that Doolan was probably the best character to pair Karaka with because they're so different, but it brings out the best in their personalities. Anyway, I think that's going to be it for the night. We had a longer chapter tonight for sure, and a longer discussion. This was definitely, I figured once this comes, this would be something that people would be really interested in wanting to talk about. So, that is it for tonight. I'm not gonna, we're just going to Monday. Tomorrow we'll do Tower of God reread. And I hope you guys have a great evening, morning, whenever you see this. If you're watching here on Twitch, please like and subscribe. Or, please follow. YouTube, like and subscribe. Can you tell I'm tired? Alright, guys. Bye-bye.